What's up, She's Not Selling sisters? Guess what? I want you to get your glass of milk because we got some spicy sales truths that you might not be ready for. And I'm going to add a little bit of tension just to bring a little extra heat. See you on the inside.
We got a bit of a spicy episode today.
What did we say before? It's not spicy, it's set the internet on fire.
Yes. I only like spice.
It's a habanero. It's a ghost pepper.
It's a jalapeno.
me sitting like this. It's the spiciest spicy episode.
What's the hottest pepper?
I think it's like, is it an Indian ghost pepper or something?
Oh God, I was just going to be like, chili.
Chili? Chili?
All right. So what we're going to talk about is sales truths that people aren't actually ready for. So I actually want to read you these. So my chat has given me a bunch of truths and I agree with some, but some I have a slightly varied opinion and I think you might too. So I'll read it. We'll talk about it.
Play along at home.
Okay.
Play along at home.
Number one, most people who say they hate sales are just bad at taking responsibility.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Most people who say they hate sales are just avoiding responsibility because they suck. No, okay. All love, I'm working with someone right now and they suck at sales, right? And they don't want to take responsibility at all for the funnel, the flow, upskilling. So they're like, nah, sales is just like sleazy. Like, let's just get them into the program. How do you get someone into the program? Sales. Sales is service. Sales is wonderful when you can tap into it properly with the right structure. If you go in not respecting sales and avoiding responsibility, that's when it feels sleazy and that's when you're giving the industry a bad name.
Yeah.
And then guess what's going to happen? If you show up as a brand owner without a structure and sales flow, without respecting the flow, they're not going to trust you as a coach either because you don't even know how to sell your own program. That's my point on that.
I also think like if we talk more gen pop, right? So even not business owners, like just people who are like, I hate sales. Like I would never do sales. I hate it. Why? I would actually love to hold up the mirror because we know sales is the biggest mirror.
Yeah.
I would actually say that they are so plugged in to the matrix that them actually saying I hate sales is avoiding a deeper truth, which is I don't take responsibility for anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because sales is, if we look at what sales is, it's all about facilitating a change within someone. So if someone who is on the receiving end of that change hates it, then what does that tell me about them?
Yeah, exactly. They hate themselves, right?
Well, yeah. They hate taking responsibility for things that's stuck in their life.
They hate themselves. It's clear.
Yeah, they literally are they would be the victims. They would be the ones who blame the world. They would be the ones, it's just the way that it is. Like everyone has a 9 to 5, everyone has to work.
But you know what it is though? It's the suppression of desires. I teach a lot about this as well. It's when you are so used to being suppressed in your desires and you're being taught maybe in your childhood, oh, don't want that. There's no money in that. Don't be silly. Just stick to the traditional norms, blah, blah, blah. You get brought up into this like mentality of, okay, don't color outside the lines essentially. And in sales, we get to color outside the lines with people. We get to future pace them. We get to consequence them. We get to give them the vision. What could happen if you actually embody this identity? And so the person who's like not into that, not into sales, it's because they unfortunately have never been heard, seen and understood in their desires. So how could they ever hear, see and understand someone else? So instead of doing the work, they say, I hate it.
It's so interesting because I mean, there's so much. I've actually seen it from a lot of OnlyFans creators who the way that they make their money is obviously through subscriptions to OnlyFans.
And chatters selling packages in the DMs.
Yeah. And they're the first people to call out other creators that are selling information, so courses. They're like, how do you think that person made their money? Through selling you a course. And I'm like, I just really can't stand that mentality. For me, that's crab mentality first and foremost, which we've already spoken about.
Yeah.
But that anti-sales rhetoric and just that whole like anti-agency, anti-choice, being like, how dare someone get rich from selling you a course? Like you can just go onto ChatGPT and get a meal plan. It's like, that's not just what this course is doing.
Exactly.
Like it is literally facilitating a change within someone. It's providing accountability. It's actually giving you a how, what to do with this information. Otherwise, what happens? That paralysis that we were speaking about.
Yes, exactly.
That information overload of just like I don't know what to do with all of this.
Right, shelf help syndrome.
Yes.
Yeah. more doesn't always solve, but it doesn't help when you've got someone who's touting this fake rhetoric online. Like, how do you think they're making money? Well, you're doing the exact same thing. You're actually in sales. But you are in sales. Whether you like it or not, you are. If you're making money, you're in sales. Even if you have a 9-to-5, you're in sales.
As hard as it is, I feel like if you were one of those people that fall into the bucket of I hate sales, cool, we can sit there and be like, it's past experiences that it made you perceive it a certain way. But at the end of the day, if you really look in the mirror and ask yourself, why do I hate sales? It's because you are lacking agency and responsibility for your own life.
100%. The amount of women that have come to us with objections of, I don't know if I'm going to be good at sales. And they're in she sales, now they're closing and they're like, it was never about sales. It was about me. So good, right?
All the time.
All the time.
No one just comes up and signs up to sales training.
No.
Like, it's not like anyone is like, wakes up and they're like, yep, I'm going to be a remote salesperson.
Objection handling 101 seems like my calling, right? No.
Okay, so we agree with that one.
Yeah.
All right. This is a good one because this is coming up a lot. If your offer isn't converting, it's not the algorithm, it's you.
I can't even say 1,000%. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I see ads that pop up and I cringe for them.
Yeah.
I'm never going to leave a negative review or anything like that. But I'm just like, wow, you're really not comfortable in sales. You're not comfortable in yourself. And I see that come across. Don't put yourself out there then until you really learn how to be comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not getting the right message.
Yeah.
You know?
Or business owners who don't know how to sell, like, I don't even want to talk to you. That's the number one thing you should do before you have an offer.
Yeah.
I really believe that that's a skill that you should have before you even launch.
Yep. And Mangasi
offer.
talks about that. He talks about there's only one skill that you need to learn before you do anything else. And he says that's sales. I'm literally quoting him right now.
Yeah.
If you learn one skill in life, it's the skill of sales. And we've talked about this before. What is sales? Sales is life. Sales is a wedding proposal.
Yep.
Sales is a first date.
Yep.
Sales is a business plan. Sales is a family friend trying to come overseas with you. Right?
Finding a housemate, communicating, resolving an argument,
buying a house,
everything, literally everything.
Yeah.
So if you can elevate your communication game, imagine how many more things you could get.
Getting a promotion in your 9-to-5. That's going to be one that everyone's going to relate to, right?
Yeah.
Imagine getting good at that.
Yeah.
But I will say, I don't trust a business owner that doesn't know how to sell or is open to that. At least this person that I'm working with, she's like, you take the reins. Like, you show me.
Yeah. If she's open to that.
Super open.
Yeah.
Super open. But I'm like, don't just rely on me or other closers that we could bring to you. Do you know what I mean? Or people who are like, oh, sales agencies. You need to learn. That is the bread and butter of your business. Because how do you get clients? You sell them into
I would be having an equity conversation with this person.
100%.
Okay. Good. Of course you are. You're all over that. I want to flip this for a second.
Okay.
Let's say it's not even your offer. So you're not the business owner. You're working on an offer.
Yep. Like a normal closer.
And you're not converting leads.
Okay.
It's not the algorithm. It's not the leads. It's you. Does that still hold true in your mind?
Yeah. So yes and no, because it's going to depend. I'm always going to look at data as well. And data is like internal versus external data.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at, right, what are we doing in marketing? Are the other closers closing? If the other closers are closing, it's obviously me. Duh. Every single time. If I'm the only closer and every person that I'm getting is not being vetted and they're calling in from like third world countries, they're slipping through the cracks, they're no showing at like 70%.
Yeah.
There's a problem on the back end. But I'm still going to be like, how can I still try and upskill myself to close as much as I can?
Yeah.
But there's a fine line there. But I'm not just going to be like, oh no, I've had one bad day, marketing sucks. I'm going to be like, I've had a bad day in myself. What happened? I'm seeing everyone else piff. You're telling me that I just happen to get the shit of the shit day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. The owner doesn't have a grievance against me. Otherwise, I'd be off the account.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
No, I absolutely agree. I think you've said that perfectly. My phrase is, without data, it's just drama.
I like that. That's
because
really
it is.
good.
It is. Like, it's very easy. We spoke about how good negativity can actually feel.
Yeah.
So if you are allowing yourself to spiral down, you're going to start getting caught up in the blaming game, which is it's the leads.
Yeah, it's marketing.
Yeah, this person wasn't vetted.
Yeah.
Like, this was a bad fit. Why were they in my calendar?
Yeah.
And like that, to me, again, that's not empowering. Like that, I mean, if the data is suggesting that that is the case, cool. Like, let's still bring that to the business owner, but in a productive way.
Which we have just created the self-reflection check-in for girls who are having problems on this, because not everyone is going to be proactive or has the amount of experience that we've had on how to actually go to someone and be like, hey, have you thought about changing the ad messaging? Have you thought about doing this that way? Right? If I just go and complain about something, I'm not moving the needle forward for the business or for myself. So that's not feeding my bank account at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So we have this self-reflection check-in where you go and fill out like a 4-page PDF of like, what's the problem? What do I think it is? Have I taken these action steps? What do I think it could be internally for me?
What's in my control?
Yeah, what's out of my control? How can I have this conversation in a productive way?
Yeah.
That's going to move the needle.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You can think of solutions. So like even if, let's just say, everything you believe is true.
Yeah.
No one else on the team is closing. All of these leads are shit. They're like the business owner doesn't care because they've got other things going on. Like let's suppose that is all true. Then the question becomes, why are you tolerating that behavior?
Exactly.
Why that's like literally self-sabotage right there. Like you are staying as part of that environment.
Yeah, 100%.
That's on you still.
100%. You have to know when to actually hold your boundaries and move on.
Right.
This is what I say. Like, yes, you're a closer, but you're still a contractor, which means you work for yourself. You have to feed your own bank account. If you've got the data and nothing's being changed, move on. There are like hundreds of thousands of accounts out there.
Yeah. I just think like blaming platforms, like entitlement, allowing yourself to slip into that language and perception is just, it's seriously, it's just self-deprecating. Like it's self-deprecating behavior. And like the longer you allow yourself to be around that, the more shit is going to get piled onto you.
Well, yeah, because you're normalizing it.
Right.
And then you'll just build up resentment until you explode. And then you're like, oh, sales really isn't for me.
Yeah.
I was like, no, that account wasn't for you.
That's it. Done. Okay. We're the same in that. All right. High ticket sales didn't ruin the industry. Underskilled sellers did.
Oh, I love that. Ooh, I'm kind of on the fence here because it's not just, when we say sellers, are we going to include like the owner of the brand? Okay, so that we're just talking about closers.
Let's just say closers, yeah.
Okay. So then, no, I can't fully agree with that because yes, there are some closers who've given very bad names to sales processes.
Processes?
What is it?
Processes, yeah.
Okay, processes.
Yeah. Processes.
Processes? I like that, processes. So smart in some ways. But then there are also the business owners. We've seen them on socials. Some of them are just actual scam artists. And so, in my opinion, they ruin it for other brand owners who then have a team of amazing closers, but they get on with all of these clients who are like, is this a scam? Because I saw someone else doing this and they just never fulfilled. No fulfillment is not a closer's responsibility. That is a responsibility, especially high ticket, of the business owner. You're charging someone $5, $10, $15, $20, $30,000 for an offer and you're not fulfilling. If it's just a fucking course on like Canva that takes me 1 minute to go through, why are you charging me $5,000 when it should just be $200?
Why are you selling that though? Like, I'm like literally taking responsibility and agency here and I'm going, if you are a closer on an account that knows that's happening, again, that's on you. Why are you continuing to sell that?
Ooh, okay. So you're going to actually agree with this fully? Because that's a pretty good, a good argument for it.
Yeah, I agree with this fully.
Yeah.
I really do.
Okay.
I feel like it all comes down to standards that you have with yourself. And yes, walking away from an account that's feeding you good money is very hard.
Yeah.
But if you know behind the scenes there is unethical things going on, fulfillment, remember what happened to us in the end?
But let's just say for a second, if we play devil's advocate, that you don't know that no fulfillment happening.
If you don't know, if you don't know that, it's not on you.
Right, then it's on the brand owner.
Correct.
Okay. But if you do know, 100%, yeah.
But I feel like there's always clues, right? Like there's refunds, there's cancellations coming through, there's reviews.
Too many. We should say a normal amount of cancellation is fine. Like a little bit of churn is fine, but like
Trustpilot
so
reviews.
many people.
Yeah.
And then you got comments being like, hey, no one's been in touch with me. Red flag.
Right. Hey, I paid in full last week and I still haven't received my
anything.
Yeah. Like, no. That's like unacceptable.
Yeah.
That to me, I'm like walking away from that.
Yeah.
Literally dusting my hands clean because I don't tie myself.
Ship.
Yeah. Intent is important. And when you have this skill set, it can be used wrongly and unethically.
Yes.
But it's up to you, the person, to be like, no, I will not sell that. I don't align with it. I don't believe in it. And I don't think that you're actually doing what you say you're doing.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you're either you're scraping someone's bank account at the end of the day a lot of the times with some of these accounts. And I remember on one of the health and wellness accounts, it was just like this lady, so specifically like it was yesterday. And she was like, I'm going to pay you in full, Tash, but someone's going to be in touch with me, right? She was so concerned. And I said, are you serious? Of course. I said, I'm booking you in right now. Did everything with her. I gave her my personal number. I said, call me right now. You've got to. She goes, okay. She's like, I've paid in full once a few years ago on a program. Never heard anything from them ever again. They blocked her on everything. Just took her money. Yeah. She had to go through like the small claims court, like everything. She was like this thing. They were running ads on social media. And she just never heard from anyone after they took her money.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Right?
And no wonder, like, this is why I think the responsibility needs to be on the closers, because now you're dealing with a much more savvy
audience. That's right.
Like, they've had shit like that happen to them, which is not their fault. That's not their fault. We've created this mess.
Yeah.
So now you best bet we got to be better taking people through and actually facilitating a change. We can't do what we used to be able to do. It doesn't work anymore. People are like, nah, heard this shit before. Nope.
That's right.
I will be getting off this phone and I will be making sure that I do my due diligence. Like, how are you overcoming that? You got to be better.
Yeah, this is not Wolf of Wall Street anymore. And there's actually a kid who's going viral on social media copying like Wolf of Wall Street stuff. And he's so funny. He's so funny. But I'm just like, that is what gave sales a really bad name for a really long time.
Yeah.
And he's filming his sales calls and him literally saying what Leonardo, the character, the actor played in the movie, what he's saying to a real person.
Fuck, I highly doubt that would be that. Surely that is fabricated. Like,
no.
Real call. Like, surely the person knows that he's doing that.
No,
like
real call. And he's got the sales agency that he closes for in his thing. Real call.
Ugh. I hate that.
It's for insurance as well, America. Like this is the stuff. This is why people go, oh, sales is icky. Yeah. That's icky.
Yeah.
I'm filming it for social media in real time using a script from an actor in a Wolf of Wall Street movie.
I just think like this is the way I look at sales, and I mean you can have a different opinion. I feel like, let's say you decide one day that you want to become an Olympic swimmer. So you train a certain amount up to the point where you get selected to, you're part of the Olympic team.
Mad.
Now what happens from that point? The training increases, it doubles, it triples even.
Yeah.
You're working the hardest you ever have, because what's your main responsibility there? To make sure you're the fucking best.
Yeah, I win the medal for my country.
Right.
Yeah.
So why do so many closers get their certification, get an account, and let me see my 20K here? And then all the responsibility lies with the business owner. Fuck that shit. Like, I'm on the receiving side of that, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm doing my part.
Oh, yeah.
I'm providing you people. What are you going to do with those people? How are you crafting your skill? What are you doing to train? How are you showing up? Where's the responsibility? It's a two-way street here, babe.
Yeah. You and I have been on multiple accounts where we've been the top earners, cash collected, and we come in, they're like, whoa, what the fuck? I didn't think that was possible. The other closers are making 5, 7, 10K. We come in with like 20, 30 pushing. And they're like, what? What are you doing differently? I'm like, we're trying.
We continue to master our skill.
Yeah, we're trying. We actively try, which means we actively wanting to get better.
We try things on, we see how they land. If they don't land, we take it away.
Exactly.
I really dislike what some sales coaches are teaching people to do, because there already is a mess.
Yeah.
There is a mess. And now we're trying to clean up that mess, and we're trying to get people to trust us, yet we're still doing outdated sales tactics, and we're leaving our training at the door. It's like, cool, yeah, I know everything I need to know about sales. Like, I don't need any more training. For fuck's sake, you don't.
Yeah, the landscape always changes.
It always changes, and like, where's the responsibility in the agency of you continuing to do what's best?
Yeah.
To stay on the fucking team.
Yeah.
I really despise that, like, entitlement. It's like, I've done all the training that I need. It's like, no, you have not.
No, because like anything, this is why I talk about, if it was called self-developed, I would understand. It's called self-development.
Yeah.
You never stop.
Yeah. And you know, as a teacher, I know I've said this before, but you literally pledge to lifelong, like a commitment to lifelong learning.
Yeah.
And that's because the child changes.
Yeah.
Like, the landscape changes. The curriculum is going to need to change. Like, in order for us to keep up with the world, things need to change. I.e., everyone now has had a strategy call at least once.
Oh, 100%.
So if you're just going to be following a fucking black and white script from the 1920s, like,
so close.
Like, I mean, of course people are going to be like, all right, let's skip this part. I just want to know exactly what you do and how you can help me.
Yeah.
I think obviously business owners have to uphold the part of being able to feed the closers. Absolutely. But at the end of the day, when they are feeding the closers, it's like, you better be performing.
Oh, you better know how to chew, honey.
Yeah.
Swallow that shit.
That is my expectation. Absolutely. Okay. Soft, heart-led selling has created more harm than good.
I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree. Soft, heart-led selling, this is where we're at now in 2026 and beyond. It's not, the Wolf of Wall Street would be the opposite of soft, hard selling, right? That would be the hard sell. That would be the push. That'd be the bulldozer closers, which when we came on some accounts, we saw some of that firsthand and we're like, we can't talk like that.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
It's way too much.
Well, let's define soft, heart-led selling, because
I'm not going to be a pushover.
Yeah, correct.
No.
And so this is saying no pressure often equals no transformation. It's like false safety avoidance. And
No.
I do see that from some of our women.
Yeah.
And so I think they have gone down the soft heart-led, I'm just going to connect with this person, rather than actually creating the tension that's required in order for someone to change.
Yeah.
So I think soft isn't the right word here. Heart-led, 1,000%.
Heart-led, yes.
But heart-led is you challenging and calling someone forward. Heart-led is doing things from a place of kindness, not being nice, which is like, hey, I know this is uncomfortable, but walk through this door.
But heart-led is still opposite of bulldozing.
Exactly. No, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
I don't want to create pressure.
Yeah.
I want to create tension.
I want to create pressure.
Yeah.
Because I know like diamonds are made under pressure, but it's the right kind of pressure. It's the pressure where I am allowing you to transmute into your highest version.
Yeah.
And that comes from heart-led, not from pushing.
No.
But if we take the word soft and literally mean pushover, is scared to challenge, then I agree that's ruined. That's ruined the industry. I'm not paying essentially to go on a strategy call to get someone to help me to change my life. And I don't want to meet with a cheerleader who's going to say, no, you're right, you're fine, and asking me permission if we can move forward. That's not going to help me move the needle. That's not going to help me at all.
No.
It's a detriment to me. I'm going to get off that call and be like, maybe everything is fine in my life. And then I'll get stuck in the same loop and I'll think about it for a few more months. And then I'll book a strategy call with someone else who's not afraid to challenge me, who's still heart-led, but it's not soft.
Yeah, I think heart-led is the key here. I think soft is mistake. That shouldn't be. Soft is not right, because soft selling has ruined. Like it does do more harm than good.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it creates a further division between men and women, because all the men aren't soft.
Yeah.
And when they see women selling softly, they look and they go, "You're weak. You don't have what it takes."
Yeah.
And so
I can understand their perspective, though, if they're not willing to challenge. If I was a man, I'd be like, that's weakness. That's weak, because what I'm seeing is you're fearful of not wanting to hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah, you don't want to be uncomfortable. You don't want to actually confront what's coming up.
I want my client to like me.
Yeah, and this is why I like to say tension, because pressure to me is off the back of steamrolling someone. It creates that real peer pressure to do something. Like it's almost like you grabbing someone's hand and making them sign on the dotted line. I think tension is so underrated, and it's not really what they don't understand it. Tension is literally what's created when you call someone forward. It's like the moment that you say, hey, your breath stinks, but I'm saying this because I love you and I don't want you to go on that date and like
have halitosis, baby.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I like that. Let's go with tension. I
feel like a lot of women, they avoid doing that because they think that tension is pressure. But they're forgetting that tension is actually needed. It's seriously, if you don't have tension, you don't move. It's literally physics, right?
I have a story about this, actually.
Okay.
It just happened yesterday. Okay, I'm going to start using the word tension, so that it's in my vocabulary now.
Okay.
It's tension.
Tension.
Because I like saying pressure makes diamonds. But okay,
Yeah.
tension creates transformation. That's
Yes,
nice. Tension
TT.
creates TT.
Love it, love it,
Beautiful.
love it.
So tension creates transformation. Yesterday, there was a thing in my house with my good girlfriend. And I won't say her name. There's only 2 people in my house.
I'm like, okay,
right.
one of them.
Well, there's 3 people in my house, including myself. And anyway, I'm reading this new book. It's fucking fantastic. It's classic Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus.
Okay.
Tegan recommended it, right?
Uh-huh.
It's fucking amazing.
Really?
You should read it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I've got some other people reading it right now. And we're having this conversation because she's like, why hasn't he texted me? What's going on? Like, I don't get it. And I'm like explaining what I'm reading in this book. And she's like, holy shit. I said, what do you think is coming out for you right now? The moment started to get a bit tense because it's not on him. What's coming out for you? And she was like, you could see she was getting a bit, why can't she just tell me that it's his fault?
Yeah,
and I said, no, because
yeah.
that's not going to move you forward. What's happening for you right now? She started to cry. And she goes, my old abandonment wounds are coming up. And I said, yeah. And how does that make you feel? And she was like, I just feel really like called out right now. And I said, is that his fault? No. Oh my God, we had this amazing moment of transformation.
Yeah.
After that, she went and bought the book, read it. He's called her. She's like, oh my God, I had nothing to worry about. I said, see what happens when you pass that challenge? And she goes, now I know where it's coming from. That was a perfect moment of tension, of coaching.
And imagine if that tension wasn't there. If you were soft, you'd have been like, oh, babe, I know he's an asshole.
His whole, yeah.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
no one changes.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And women, unfortunately, they rush to the rescue. That's like how we're wired, right? We want to solve, we want to rescue.
Yeah.
And so in conversations where we're noticing a pattern that's literally holding someone back or keeping them repeating the same fucking problem, instead of creating that, hey, what's coming up for you? I notice you resisted that question, or I know, like, can I make an observation?
Yeah.
I can see this repeating.
Yeah.
It's not that you don't have the information, you do. It's that maybe you don't know what to do with the information.
Yeah, you've done that to me.
Right.
Yeah, you've done that to me. Yeah.
And people go, fuck, that hurts, but like, yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. That's the moment.
That's the tension.
Yeah.
It's like you need to be able to do that. So like get the softness part out of your head.
Yeah.
No one wants a cheerleader. No one wants you to give them a solution and to rescue them because yes, it feels good in the moment, but you're just being fucking nice.
That's right. No one wants a cheerleader. No one wants a bully. So I could have, in that moment, applied pressure, which is, it's your fault.
Exactly.
Don't you see what you're doing? That's also not helpful. So what if we look at this as like the Goldilocks syndrome, which is soft is too cold.
Yeah.
So too warm. Soft is too warm. Bulldozing is too cold.
Yep.
And then you've got heart-led in the middle, which is your TT transformation. Tension transformation.
It's the fucking brick house.
That's perfect. Yeah, it's perfect. It's impenetrable. It's inviting. It's drafty enough to let a breeze through, but it's sturdy enough not to be blown down.
Oh my God.
That's great. I think we have to just like end it there.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we always end on like a bit of Tash, boom, fire. Done.
Love that. Spicy internet. Feast on that shit.
Come at us.
Don't get burnt. Or do.